Welcome everyone. This is the next video from the series of World of Tanks. Today I want to discuss medium tanks, and I'm gonna want to help you to set it all right, to set up your crew properly for the best experience on mediums. Now, mediums are all-round tanks, so there is more than one way of setting them up. It all depends on the nation, it all depends on what level of the tank we're talking here. So I'll start, for example, first with T-3485, the Russian tank that was fighting during the Second World War. Now I'll start with the crew to start with. The crew members, as it happens, the commander always, as always, I've said before, first thing first, sixth sense. Next thing, recon for your extended view range. And also I have a brother-in-arms on this tank, which gives you extra 5% to all the skills. And at the end I decided to choose concealment because it's a small tank, it's already quite easily concealed, so I wanted to increase my chances this way. And next one is the driver. Now the driver has a snapshot, which basically allows you to be more effective to shoot at the targets while moving, dead eye, but that one enables you to do critical damage like killing crew members or destroying the equipment. Brother-in-arms we already discussed, and again concealment. Now the driver, off-road driving, allows you to drive more efficiently off-road. Smooth ride combined with snapshot on the gunner. Smooth ride, basically they work together, they add up and give you better shooting while moving, better aiming while moving. Now the radio operator has a situation awareness, that's standard, so you can have your view range better. Brother-in-arms, signal boosting, which basically extend your radio signal, repairs and relaying the signal, which is quite interesting one. This one, relaying signal, extends the allied tank signal within the range of your vehicle. So basically, if you're still in the range of your allied vehicle and you see a target but they can't, you can allow them to see that target and help you in the process. Now the equipment here on this particular tank, I've got enhanced gun lane drive, which is 5% to aiming speed, and that's only because this tank is not very good at aiming. It can miss a lot, and normally I would put something else here, but because of that reason I've decided to have this equipment. So next one is ventilation. Not everybody uses it on medium tanks, simply because medium tanks are already quite all-round tanks, like I said, but this and plus brother-in-arms give you 10% to all your skills and perks, which I think is still worth it, because most of other equipment will give you that 10% maximum anyway, unless you buy enhanced equipment, the improved one. Well, that's a different story then. But if you only have basics, I find that this plus brother-in-arms is all I need. And at the end we have coated optics for better spotting while you move, and not only. Now, like I said before, there is other equipment you can put on. You have new equipment that Wargaming introduced recently, which the new ones are, as it happens, improved rotation mechanism, which gives you traverse speed, turret traverse speed plus 12.5, and the vehicle traverse speed plus 12.5. The next new one that they introduced is improved aiming, but I don't find that helpful for me. Now it's improved hardening, which restores the suspension after repairs. I don't really feel like I need it. Modified configuration, this is something you could look into because it's 25% repair speed and also 100% safer ammo rack, fuel tank and your engine. Now a lot of these ones here, they're more so for some heavy tanks. Again, there's a new one here to concealment, low noise exhaust system, but again maybe for a light tank, but not maybe for a medium. So equipment is being set. Now as you can see on my tank, I've got the exterior camouflage. It's always handy to have because it gives you that extra 3% all the time, even while moving, which it will help you in the long run. Ammunition, it's up to you. I always carry a bit more expensive ammunition, what we used to call gold ammunition. These days you don't have to pay gold for them, they're just a bit more expensive in credits. And I've got just a few heat ammunitions. Sometimes they come handy if you have to decap your base. If someone is taking over your base and you have problems to penetrate the target, this will just do any sort of damage or even detract the enemy, and that way you will reset the points on the base. Now when it comes to my consumables, I usually have standard like small repair kits, small first kit and manual fire extinguisher. When it comes to directives, well, I don't use them until I have to play some sort of clan war or tournament. Now I don't play any more clan wars. The clan I am in, as you can see, this is just for veterans. It's like a remains of our old clan that doesn't really exist anymore and doesn't play anymore. And all the people that over the years done well in the clan and for the clan and work hard for the clan, they are allowed to be here on sort of a retirement. But enough about that. Now obviously you can see, like I mentioned before, because they're all-round tanks, you have quite decent spotting on them, especially if you have a good few perks and optics on. Concealment, not always as good, but it's sort of decent, especially if I manage to get my skill of the camouflage up to the 100%. Well, this is one tank, but now I want to show you, for example, a 10th tier Object 140, also Russian tank. Again, it's a tiny bit different setup. I'm still using coated optics to spot faster, but I do not use enhanced laying drive for aiming. I'm using vertical stabilizer, and simply because it's more effective to shoot while you move and is less dispersion, and even when you move around your turret, your aim is then much better. You don't normally need this on really heavy tanks because they are already so heavy, they don't really move much, there is no movement there. So that sort of equipment is mainly for mediums, I would say. I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, I wouldn't put it on a light tank, I don't think. So it's something you want to look into. And again, I've got ventilation, which again might not be the best one for medium. but it gives you that bit extra 5% to your skills. As you can see, my crew members on this tank, they do not have the brother in arms yet. This crew, it's not original crew for this tank, it's a sort of put in together, so it's miss and match. That's why it's not a very good example of skills that you want to have. That's why I showed you on the other one. But again, you can choose from different equipment, possibly instead of a ventilation, you can maybe have commander's vision system. Well, this particular one is not available on every tank, so this will give you extra to concealment of enemy vehicles behind foliage, and to concealment of a moving vehicle, minus 10%, which means if there is a light tank and it's got really good camo, you can spot him faster even when he's moving, or if it's stationary. And this is something you might want to look into instead of ventilation, or there's another option, possibly modified configuration, what I mentioned before, 25% to repair speed and 100% durability to your ammo rack, fuel tank and engine. Now this is the few things you need to know about medium tanks. Of course, medium tanks, like I mentioned, all-round tanks. They support heavies, they can go in flank, they can fight on their own, spot and take over the bases, go on the front. But what you don't want to do, you don't want to ever go alone, you don't want to ever be left alone. If you see that you're going one way and people do not follow you, just leave it. Just come back and stay with your team. Now, I hope you like this introduction to the mediums. I hope I can be helpful here and help you to become a better medium tanker. And on the next video I will be putting it into action, and I'm going to show you how all that looks in reality. Now here at the end of the video you can choose for more videos of the same content. You can see one here in the left top corner. It's the next video that I'm going to be doing demonstration with. And in the right top corner you can subscribe for more videos like this and latest news and releases, or you can simply subscribe throughout the whole video in the right left bottom corner. Now I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next video.